Hey guys, I'm back, this time with a video on fail stacking. So what is fail stacking? So when you're enhancing your items, you'll notice that if you don't get the enhancement, so after +7 on a weapon or +5 on an armor, the little number just above where you're enhancing will go up by 1. Those are fail stacks. So essentially what fail stacking is each failure increases your chance to succeed. You're basically building a successful stack on the failures of the past. Now, why fail stack? Well, especially at lower levels of gear, it doesn't really matter so much. When you're using green gear, you can fail a few times and it won't cost you much other than the blackstones. But once you get to higher levels of gear, such as duo, try, and tet, or boss gear, every unsuccessful enhancement will cost you millions of silver. If you're enhancing boss gear past +15, so you're trying to go for pry, every single failure that you have will cost you 10 durability for the boss gear, which is 10 memfrags, which is 7.5 million silver, as well as the stone that you're using. And because you're going for a pry, you have to use a concentrated blackstone, which is about 2 mil for armor or 4 mil for weapons. So you're looking at anywhere between 10 to 12 million silver for every failure on boss gear. Now, and especially once you go to try, tet, or pen, every failure means you will actually decrease the level of your item. If you fail at duo, trying to go for try, your item will go back down to pry, which means not only did you lose the durability, you lost your stone, you've also lost your progress on that item so far. So it's like a kick in the nuts when you're down. Now, to fail stack is fairly simple. You take a piece of gear and you keep pressing enhance until you have a fail stack high enough for what you want for your piece of gear that is more expensive. Now the problem with this is sometimes the gear you're trying to fail stack on will enhance. Most fail stacks, the lower level fail stacks when you're going for anywhere between +6 and +15 or prior duo, only need you to get to about 10 to 20 stacks. And you can do this on green gear fairly easily with durability. I'll be showing you how in a second. But if the green gear that you're using does accidentally succeed to +15, there is a way to get it back down to +14. And that's what you can see right now on my screen. So you'll see I was killed by a scout. You can see I'm only level 12, and right here, the important thing, enhancement level of top has decreased. So this is a negative karma ult. And what negative karma ults do is if you have negative karma and you get killed, there's a chance for the gear that you were wearing to degrade. And the way to exploit this is by creating a low-level character, preferably below level 10. This one's level 12. However, if you don't use any XP buffs at all and reset your XP to 0% every time you kill a monster for the beginning quest up until the enhancement quest, which is when your Black Spirit gets teeth in the ancient stone chamber, then you can get below level 10 and have free instant resurrection without having to purchase resurrection items. This character, every time she dies, I have to resurrect at the closest node and run back, which wastes a bit of time. But she's got negative karma, so that's all I'm really looking for, and as you can see, the enhancement of the top is decreased. So I can resurrect at the closest town and start fail stacking again. So how to fail stack? So to fail stack up to the very easy fail stacks, the basic fail stacks, up to about +20 is very simple. You get a bunch of green pieces of green gear that are +14. So if you look, I've got one piece with me. This is Luck Armor Fortuna. Try and choose green gear that is both in abundance on the marketplace and is cheap. If you're using Gruntle gear, you will be paying about 200,000 for every 10 durability, which is fairly expensive. This Fortuna gear is only about 40 to 50,000. And if you look here, I also use Strength Shoes of Heve and Reblath. So Reblath is important. Got my memfrags here. Because Reblath can be purchased from the Velia vendor. However, Reblath is less useful than green gear because, well, Reblath is cheaper and you can buy it directly from the vendor here. Reblath helmet, armor, shoes, and gloves. Go for the shoes or gloves because they're the cheapest. Reblath does not have the option that green gear has. Oh, I should probably grab my armor stones. What green gear has as an option is you can choose between enhance and durable when you're fail stacking. And enhance is what you want to use if you're trying to make the gear go up in level. However, Durable is what you use when you want to fail stack, because not only does it decrease the amount of durability that you lose every time you fail, but it decreases the chance of succeeding on that enhancement, as you'll see in a second. So bring up my Black Spirit, you can see that it has teeth, which lets me have the enhancement option. So if I throw my heavy shoes in here, you can see durable. But if I throw the Reblath in here, there is no durable option. So I personally like to use Reblath up to about +5, because that happens fairly often. Some people say +10 is fairly easy. It's all up to personal preference as well. So I'm trying to upgrade these Beg's gloves here. So for fail stacking, what you want to do is you want to look at how many fail stacks you want for a certain item. So if I just go here and go to the fail stack chart, you can see, so there's tons of fail stack charts. This is one of the easy ones to find. You'll just look at it. As you can see, +5 is completely free, +7 is pretty much free for armor, it's totally free for weapons. And then you can see here, blue and boss gear, these are the number of stones these are the number of fail stacks you'll probably need for each of them. So I'm at +11 for a boss gear for my Beg's gloves, so I'll use 15 fail stacks. And you don't need to treat this as a Bible. Fail stacks only increase it by a few small percentage points. So if you want to go for +13, +14, or +15, and you don't have 20 fail stacks, you've only got 18, don't really worry too much about it. Your chance will be a little lower, but it will not be that bad. So I'll include a link to this one in the description of the video. And let's see if I can't get these Beg's gloves up. Ooh, a 20 fail stack. So I'll stop there actually. This is an important thing about fail stacking. If you can get your fail stacks up to well above what you want for that level, stop fail stacking, save that stack for something else, because it's not worth it to waste that fail stack. Fail stacks have a monetary value. There's no fixed monetary value, but you did have to spend stones to get there. This is 20 armor stones right here, which means this is over a 4.5 mil silver fail stack, just on its own. So don't waste that. I mean, I could use this on my +11 gloves. It would still be worth it probably for a few more hits, but I can just save this for when they're at +12 or +13, and instead make a new stack on the armor or the shoes on a different character. Or I could use a Book of Valks, so I'll explain that now. So there are two ways of saving fail stacks. You can either use a separate character, or if you go to the shop, there are Blacksmith's secret books available. -20, -30, -40, and -50. And if you use these, you can extract the fail stacks into an Advice of Valks. So do I have one on this? Yes, I do. So for example, right here, I've got an Advice of Valks +33. And that is a try stack. I can use that to attempt to try a piece of boss gear. So should you fail stack? Really, it's up to you. I would recommend fail stacking. However, if you don't want to bother with that part of the game, you think it's annoying, it's stupid, then you can just use Force Enhance up to +15, and then even up to Duo. You don't need to fail stack. Yes, it'll save you money because you won't fail as much when you're trying to get boss gear up. However, you will gain fail stacks just by attempting the boss gear attempts, and in the end, it'll work. If you do want to go to try, Tet, or above though, you're probably going to need to fail stack. It's just, the odds are already so low, and fail stacking, even though the fail stacks at those levels won't increase the odds by very much, they'll still increase it by enough that it can save you hundreds of millions of silver when you're trying for those stacks. And lots of frustration too, because every time you fail going for those, you will drop your weapon or armor back down to the level before, which means you'll have to get both the level you were at and the level above it. Anyways, that's God and Fail Stacking. Hope you liked it, and yeah, have a good one.